Hey guys, it's Skybird, and if you're hearing things in the background, it's because it's raining outside, but that makes it a good day for Rahi reviews, so hey, figure I should show off one of my good ones. As I'm saying though, this is actually the Shallows cat, and it's based off of a CGI render that I'd seen, so I really wanted to keep the head design looking kind of like that. I can't remember where I found the render though, because I've actually had this built for like over a year now. Or close to a year anyway. Yeah, no, I think over a year. Anyway, doesn't matter. Um, yeah, so the main thing I wanted to do was I wanted to give it the look of, the Moaka Canra type sets, which it is based on, it being that it's a cat as well. Um, but also just really scrunch things down as best as I could, as much as like feasibly possible. So let me go ahead and show you the Moaka just for a comparison here. And if I line up the back tires, that is the size of it. So you can see it is a really small set, and it's kind of adorable. So if you guys aren't aware of the Moaka set, it's one of the first Bionicle sets that we got. Came out in 2001. Actually, came with two of these big guys. Here, get this out of the way for just a second. And you could fight them and do stuff with them. Really cool. This isn't about a review of the set, but let's just go over what the function was. For anybody who didn't know, when you squeeze the body of it, the actual neck and head lunge forward. And then the mouth, because it's engaged with this whole gray and yellow assembly down here, actually rotates and opens around this point. Doesn't really matter too much, but what happens is when this collides with the neck, it disengages this. I'll get that in a minute. Disengages this, which and the mouth unlocks, and now the rubber bands can close it. You can actually see it disengage there, but I'll show you just again. So yeah, that's what's happening here, is that's actually colliding and unlocking that mouth. It's a really cool function for anybody who hasn't seen it, and it actually allows it to bite just indefinitely, basically. The idea with the sets is that you're supposed to basically bite off the opponent's masks or mask stalk, and then the arms fall off. Neat stuff. It's definitely my favorite of the original Rahi because you build that mechanism. You get to see everything going into it. I think it's a fantastic job that LEGO did with it, and I know it was based on a prototype from something else for a line before Bionicle was coming out, but I won't get into that too much here. So let me just bring this back into view for a minute. I wanted to take all that and just kind of squash it down. Since I already had this model for the head designed, I figure, well, giving it a biting type function that works the same way is just the obvious thing to do, but I did it in a very different way here. So it actually does work. You can see that when you squeeze the body, the neck lunges forward, does everything that the other one does, but the mechanism here is quite different and simpler, in that all that's happening here is this 8-tooth gear is actually trapped, and I'll try and show you if I can, but trapped behind this little bar. I don't know really what to call that piece, but it's like a bushing. That yeah. Anyway, you'll find out and see it in the instructions, which will be linked below. Gumroad, go check it out. Super cool. Anyway, also it helps, but the idea I had was, when the neck goes fully or extends fully, this mouth is open and the neck can go just a little bit further, but the mouth can't open any more than that. So what it does, it actually forces this gear over that bar. No, it doesn't damage things. The gear rotates around the bar, and that's what disengages it, and the whole mouth snaps shut. So you can kind of see there that that's exactly what's happening. That bar is kind of moving out of the way, allowing the gear to pass it, and the mouth is shutting. When it goes back, everything resets, and yeah, it's a super simple but elegant design. I like to think anyway. So, but yeah, it does the same exact function as the Moaka and Canra sets, but at a much smaller scale. And I'll go ahead and get Tahu in here as well, since I have him handy, just so you can see how small this little thing is. It's 118-ish pieces, plus some rubber bands. But yeah, so you can really see that it's quite the little guy. I gave it a tail just for a little bit of extra character. It's not necessary, of course. And basically everything else about it is a scaled down version of the Moaka sets. So, give it a little bit of the tires in the back so it's easy to move around on carpet. Picked these up off the ground a little bit. But yeah, you can really kind of see everything at work there. So just a simple review. If I was going to review the Moaka and Kanera sets, I would definitely say that they were my favorite of the original Rahi. The Manus are super cool too, don't get me wrong, but I think that the RC function, the electronic function of those, to me it takes a little bit away from the magic of the set because you build everything that's here, but the Manus sets come with this large chunk of body with a lot of the gears and everything in place already inside the body. So it's still a fantastically fun set and really well designed set. I do like it a lot, and it's definitely my second favorite. Um, but overall, I just really like the fact that you put all the effort into this yourself and you get out everything that you put into it. I think that's it's beautifully done. Also, the secondary model for this, combining the red and the yellow one, is a giant rat, and it's such a neat set, even if it uses the same head. So yeah, thinking on that, this is similar to that, of course. Has the same exact function, but at a about half the pieces, I believe, 118 here, and this is like 300 and something. So, yeah, you can definitely see that it squishes everything down to the bare necessities without compromising on like the looks, the aesthetics, and the function. Most importantly, here. So, that's basically it for me. Obviously, I'll leave it up to you guys. What do you guys think of the look of it? Think of the colors and everything here. And just tell me down below in the comments. The one other thing I'll mention is I typically use a light gray Huna here. I'm using my other one right now, so I just didn't put them both on here. But just the light gray with this purple has a really nice flash to it that I like quite a lot. But yeah, that said, since I'm using the other one, black Huna's here, perfectly fine. Um, yeah, and that's basically it. So check out the description below if you want to know about the instructions for this or any of my other models that I have instructions made for so far. Hopefully I'll be getting more of those up soon. It takes a little bit of time, but besides that, I'll also link my Discord in the description because you should totally just come check us out. It's free, it's open to everybody. We're very active, and yeah, we're all pretty friendly people, so we want to be able to see your creations too, the things you come up with. And if you want to see over 100 different Rahi, yeah, check it out. It's neat. I'm not begging, I swear. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I will see you guys in the next one. So take care.